everyone. Welcome to Late Night with Cap. This is JT. Wednesday night, and like always, this is where you come for the fun, the laughs, and also the Bigfoot videos. So I'm here. I have a great guest coming up here. I'm going to introduce him in a second. I'm very excited to have him on. He's returning, so that's awesome. So excited for that. Couple quick announcements. Like I said, after this show, myself and my guests usually do a recording called Behind the Shield, and then I post that later on Rumble, and you can find that exclusively there. So look for that, announcements, community posts, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. I welcome everyone here. This is great. So let's go ahead and bring on the Slaty Nerd.
Oh, thank you. Man, I get applause. That's awesome.
Yeah, you get an applause. How are you?
Good, man. Good. I'm excited to be here. You reached out to me, and I was like, "Let's do it, man." I love hanging out with JT. He's freaking awesome. You do so much work for us as for the Slaty Nerd Podcast and on Discord and all that kind of stuff. I'm honored to be able to help out and at least come on and share my appreciation for you.
Yeah, I try to do what I can. You are probably one of the funniest podcasts I've ever heard as far as reviewing movies. And sometimes people review movies and it can be a little boring. So you do bring a nice spin to it, and I love it. So the
new spin is called alcohol.
and with salt. So you're like a margarita.
Yeah, exactly. Tequila and salt, baby. That's how you review movies. You have to be a little buzzed, and you have to be with a group of friends, because that's what we wanted to recreate. Because we would go hang out with each other at the coffee shop or whatever, or at home, and we'd talk about a movie or whatever, and we were goofing around, having a good time. Like, we need to just do this, but for other people, because I feel like there's people out there who would like that. So hopefully, it seems like it's doing okay. So we'll see.
Yeah. Now, last time you were on this channel, you were in your old digs. Now you're in your new digs, and it looks fantastic, by the way.
Thank you. It's the same webcam that I brought from my old place, but this is the new studio. So we have 2 rooms in the studio. We have the editing bay where everybody's computers are, where we do most of our work and our online stuff and our clips and YouTube shorts and TikToks and all that stuff. And then the other room is the studio that you guys got to see on Tuesday that we record from, and that place is dope. It came together really, really well. So I'm very excited.
It looks sharp. I made a joke the other day, I think, to Vader, that I said you look all grown up and professional.
Yeah, for sure. Gone are the days of the fake brick backgrounds and curtains and stuff like that. And now we have actual soundproofing and garden hose or blowers. That's gone. That's all done. We've moved on.
Doorbell dinging. Because I went to your old studio and I thought it was crazy because it looked a lot bigger on the TV. Mm-hmm. But when I got there, I was like, wow, you're actually literally in a small little kitchen area, and the front door is like right there.
Yep, right
and,
there.
And I was like, man, how do you avoid some of the noise and all the stuff and the daily stuff? And it just happens, you said.
Yeah, we deal with it. If somebody delivers or somebody's mowing the lawn, we just stop recording, and then I have to fix it in post. I have to go through and cut out the parts that we don't want and stuff like that. What's up, R2? I see you in the chat, buddy. Corky is alive and well. I don't know why everybody thinks Corky is dead, but Corky is alive and well and at home. He is Jude's pet, and she kept him, and that's it.
Yeah.
He didn't come with us.
And I guess you don't get to bring the 2 dogs from Jude either. Russell.
No, we don't have any more
Russell and
and Peekaboo.
So, Peekaboo. So I'm sure you might see him every once in a while, right? She might bring him in. So, but
I hope not. No. I love Russell, but I don't know if this is a place for dogs or not. We'll see. Probably. I bet you she will. She'll bring it.
Russell was awesome. Yeah, he was a fun dog to meet. That was really cool. So let's go ahead and say hi to some couple people. But one small announcement before I do that. So before we got live, Alex wanted to check my subscriber numbers, and he said, "How am I not subscribed to you?" And he was my 300th subscriber. How do you think about that? That's pretty cool, huh?
I probably I'm probably not actually the 300th subscriber because I know I've subscribed to your channel before, at least the last time I was on with you. So when I looked and I just logged on to YouTube so I could bring up the chat, and I was like, why this doesn't make any sense. Why am I not subscribed? So I hit it, and
Yeah,
I just
well,
happened to be 299 to 300. So congratulations for hitting 300, man.
yeah, I was like,
Wow.
that's very cool. Go ahead.
Speaking of Owen Wilson, I just watched a trailer called Paint, starring Owen Wilson, and he's playing that famous painter guy with the afro. I can't remember his name. But
Bob
it's like
Ross.
yeah, Bob Ross. He's playing Bob Ross in a movie, in a biopic, and I was like, this movie looks ridiculous.
That's pretty cool.
I think I might need to go watch it.
Well, here you go. Like Bob Ross was I used to watch him as a kid. I really did like him, so might want to check it out. So
yeah, it looks like an unintentional comedy, or like a very subtle comedy, because it's Owen Wilson, so he's easily comedic. But it's a serious movie, but because of the things that happen in it, it seems like it's going to be really funny. So I don't know. I'll have to check it out.
okay, yeah. Do you know where it's coming out on? Like a streaming service or?
I think it said hitting theaters soon. I don't know. I just watched. I just randomly saw the trailer on YouTube. I have no idea what the details are. I'll have to find out.
Okay. Well, Tim's talk, he says congrats on 300, and usually I get when something awesome happens on the stream, you get a cap dance, and that's exactly what you're gonna get.
I was totally expecting Chris Evans to come on the screen and do like a little jig or something like that.
Yeah, I don't like to give him too much cred of Captain America, but yeah. So yes, that does mean I maybe get to go on the great Cannoli Sasquatch's stream and do a cross the streams with him. So that might be fun.
Cannoli sound amazing.
So have you heard of Cannoli Sasquatch?
I have not, but
he's an up and comer, by the way, in this sphere. So
can I click on his name in the chat? Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a good YouTuber, but I'm gonna try and figure out how I can subscribe to these people. Drop a link in that chat room there, guys.
Yeah, Broba, R2, or even Cannoli himself, if you want to. Those are all my mods. If you want, you can drop that in there for me. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, he's an up and comer, so it'd be good to see that. It's good to see new people, like you said, like us little YouTubers. And you said behind scene, I gotta go on. I'm not that type of YouTuber that's bigger to ignore the little guys. And I think that's so cool, by the way. And you have a good haircut.
Yes, somebody asked earlier if it was new. Yes, I literally just got it done probably 3 hours ago. Shout out to AR Cuts over here next to Grouchy John's. Those are my boys. But yeah, I was telling you earlier, because I don't consider myself a big YouTuber. I'm not even at 10K yet. And that seems to be like the benchmark that a lot of people look at, is like, have you reached 10K yet? So no, I'm still a small YouTuber, but I still reach out to other people, and oftentimes they just don't respond, or they're too busy, or they're like, oh, your channel's too small. Reach out to us when you're a little bit bigger. I don't ever want to be that type. I'm like, if you're friends with us and you reach out to us and you're in my chat and you're in my sphere, I'll gladly come on and hang out with you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Let's see here. Joker Voice is here. Post Vegas get together at my bar. Spread the word. Okay. All right. Very cool. All right.
I'm down. I expect free drinks though, Chuck.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. What about that?
He gave me a 2-for-1 on some drinks when I went and visited.
That's good.
He's a really good bartender, by the way. He makes some really strong drinks.
That's good.
He can tell you, like, he'll give you like his favorite and stuff like that. So it's a good one. So
there is a bottle of Krabby's ginger beer that's calling my name right now, but I don't know.
You can grab it. You can grab a nightcap. Yeah, go ahead. Take a little break. Hey everyone, thanks again for stopping by. Make sure to hit the like, and if you are new here, maybe you could be number 301. I think that'd be great. Oh yeah, I'll leave this up here for a second. Ooh, the lights came on. Now you're on mute. Now I can't hear you. Oh no.
Check.
Yeah, I can hear you now. You're good. You're back.
Okay. That was scary. I don't know what happened. That was weird. The lights came on. Freaking computer freaked out.
Yeah, the lights are on now. Now you look like really clean.
I'm too bright. It's too bright. Still in the mood.
Yeah.
Bougie
Joker
beer.
says you can expect all you want, Alex. Oh, there you go.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Thank you, Chuck.
Scarif After Dark. Don't worry. I will give you the warning for if there's any bugs. I will give you the warning on that.
Scarif After Dark. Is that my boy Ro? Does he run the After
So
Dark show?
Do you know Shanti? His little co-host. She runs this show, and it's literally after the dark. So it's later than I am, and they talk about the romantic side of nerdom. So if you're,
there's lots of cosplayers out there who need some love,
if you're one of these,
You big stud!
That's me, honey.
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
Show me the way home, honey.
that'll be your show.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, there you go. More than the horny side.
There you go.
Yeah, Rick says that's Ro's porn channel. So
had to get it in there somewhere, huh?
Yeah. So I guess there was a calling for that. You've been here before when we've done bad graphic design.
Yes, it's my favorite thing.
Yeah, and you were doing logos, and those were pretty good. So this time around, since you started your new business, this is going to be kind of themed around businesses and someone's own business. Okay, so get ready. So, all right.
I love these segment hops, dude. Just by the way, this is awesome.
You like them? All right, cool. So most people are like, wow, I've never even thought about that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I think it's cool. It gives people a little transition if you're watching, and it gives you your eye changes, right? So it's all good. So
they finally saw my subtitle.
Yeah. All right. So the most important thing about a business is a sign, and you want to make sure it's pretty visible and the wording's correct. So I don't think you really want to go anywhere like this. The Morningwood Apartments.
Nice. Morningwood. That, if they're marketing to a certain type of people, that is prime. That is perfect. So I don't actually have any problem with that at all, because obviously they are aiming for a certain demographic. And
yeah, I actually know where this location is, and it's pretty close to me. So
really, it's in Arizona.
Yeah. Yes,
I gotta go.
So I might take a picture next to this, standing next to it. But yeah, this is the Morningwood Apartments. I'm sure everyone who wakes up is ready to go and looking for someone to help them out.
I love it. I want to, dude. If you actually know where that is, that would be worth a trip for me to drive out there and meet you there, just to goof around. That looks amazing.
Who doesn't love the Morningwood? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If they have a continental breakfast.
Probably. Well, they have to, right? Because no one likes to wake up with a stiffy. So
go get yourself some danishes and bad coffee.
Danishes and bad coffee.
That's a continental breakfast. If it's not danishes and bad coffee, it's not a continental breakfast. I don't care.
Okay. What about those bagels in a bag where you warm them up?
Oh no, I can't do those.
No,
I can't do those. No, anything that's microwavable, it's stay away from it. It's probably lace and weird stuff.
R2 says a lot of lumberjacks live there.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say about lumberjacks?
What's funny is if you look around the fences, there's blocks. I'm not sure what those are for. Maybe they
cinder blocks.
Yeah.
Might not be the best part of town.
We might have to call ahead to just make sure it's okay. Joker Voice says, "Wake up with a stiffy. If by stiffy you mean shot to whiskey, totally fine."
Yeah.
X-Wing, hey, good to see you, man. I think this is your first time coming in here. I'm a fan of the single serve cereals. Oh, okay. All right. I like the ones where you can just like pour them out.
Yeah, it's like the little dispenser, and then you always overfill that little plastic bowl they give you, and it just goes everywhere.
Yeah. So another thing businesses do, they tell you exactly what they're going to do for you and why they're best at their job. Well, this business, you've tried the rest, now try the best hand job in the North.
That can't be a mistake.
Oh, it's real, because if you look at the signs behind it, it says the same thing.
That's totally on purpose. They're playing to it. That's good. That's not a fail. That's amazing. Try the best hand job. So they're
some of these are so bad they're good, right?
yeah. That's so bad it's good. That's perfect. Why? What else would you need to say? So it's a car wash place? Yeah, wash. Wash and dry,
wax. It looks like a pound. So this must be in over there in the UK. So you're going over there you're going across the pond soon.
I am, hopefully, if I can get my passport stuff figured out. In August I'm headed to Scotland.
Is that just okay?
By invite of a really, really cool guy named Charlie Allen, who was in the movie Gladiator. If you guys like Gladiator, he was in the first opening scene. The Germanic barbarian guy that holds up the severed head and starts yelling at Russell Crowe, that's him. And I'm going to go hang out with him, which is insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really freaking cool.
That's really
totally
cool.
Nerding out.
So is that just down the road? Yes, I think it is down the road from Morningwood.
Hand jobs in Morningwood.
Right down the street from the Morningwood Apartments. You wake up, you come down here, and they will definitely take care of you. So it looks like everyone's having a good time with this one. I see Gladiator is a good tier movie making.
God tier movie. Yeah, Hans Zimmer nailed it. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the one thing I noticed about live streams. You're looking all over the place, so you got to read things quickly, and sometimes you miss. So all right. So do you ever plan on having a mobile vehicle to or a sign or something on one of your all's cars, so that way you can advertise your company?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably have one of those little magnet stickers or something like that.
Okay, well make sure it represents you well.
BJ Champion. Hell yes. Again, this is not a fail. This is perfect. Look at that. Yeah, BJ Champion. Yes.
No, not 100%. A fail.
I hope it's a female-owned company. I don't know what they do, but
well, I know what they do.
I could take a guess. That's my van.
It's kind of blurry there, but it does say looks like they're Contractors Limited.
Yeah, it says Brickwork Contractors Limited. So they're masons. So they're okay. Yeah,
masonry. Right. They're masons.
What are you trying to say, JT?
I've seen this before. This is such a front that it is a.
Yeah.
Scarif After Dark said, "That's my van." Ooh, whoa, oh, wow.
That's amazing. These are great.
Yeah, these are great, right?
Great, yeah.
Let's see, Brickwork. So is that what they're calling it? Yeah.
That's clever.
That guy has all the confidence we all should have. Guy? I guess it could be a guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. 'Cause, what's that famous line from Seinfeld? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
True. Let's see here. I saw a good comment here. I would have expected them to be some kind of plumbing or a vacuum repair.
That would be even better.
Wow.
Did you see that? It's a trailer for the new Mario movie, but it was like an actual commercial for Mario and Luigi's Plumbing, and it was awesome.
Yes.
Did you saw that? It was so good.
That was really good. That was
Yeah.
awesome. I thought that was really cool.
The marketing for the
Um,
movie's on point.
Licensed and bonded. Yep. Pretty
BJ
licensed.
Just in case you hurt yourself on the job.
Yeah, they're not. Well, what they
Insured.
would
fully
they're,
insured.
they're insured. So if anything happens.
Perfect.
So there you go. Hopefully that gives you some ideas on your business. So
Yeah. I'll have to. Yeah, I have some ideas.
okay.
Our logo, the microphone kind of does look like a thing. So we could probably play with
Like
that a little bit.
Like a fist.
Something else.
I didn't want to say it. That was a remake of an old commercial from the Mario and Luigi TV show back in the day. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah,
right on.
Yeah. How would workers' comp work for a company like that?
I hope they get full coverage. I mean, yeah. I mean, I strained my neck the other day at work, Somebody else is like, I gotta go to the dentist. I knocked a freaking molar out. There's all kinds of weird stuff that could happen.
X-Wing's bringing all the facts in. The voice actress was the voice actress from Peach from the show. Okay.
Oh, cool. The lady who called them and said, "Hey, can you come and fix my plumbing?"
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Right
on. Dragon Buddy says they will cover 60% of your weekly earnings, but they put it on your nightstand.
Oh, gross.
Matt Vader said he was going to lease the new studio out at night to cam girls. Is that true?
I mean, there's a lot of money to be made around here in Vegas with that kind of stuff. So
you can have like a topless podcast.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Did I just give you money?
What's the rules? What's Spotify's rules on that? I know YouTube has rules on it, but I don't know if Spotify does or not. They have video now. You can put video on Spotify. So yeah. That sells boobs. Exactly. That's an idea. I'm gonna write that down in my notepad right now.
Okay. Very cool.
This is my planner that I carry with me to the work. I'm gonna write it down.
Well, you could also do a feet stream.
No. No, absolutely not. You got to stop with that. You're freaking me out.
Well, no, the Dragon Buddy said it. X-Wing said he's going to move to Vegas just because of that. So he lives in Reno.
Okay,
that's not too far away from you.
That's like 8 hours.
Let's see. I can't wait to see Alex streaming shirtless.
Oh no, not me. We'll get some.
Well, Joker knows some strippers and OnlyFans models that you might be able to hire.
Send them our way, buddy. Send them our way. Get a finder's fee.
Yeah, he would. He has a bunch of flyers too. He hands them out at the bar. By the way, I forgot to mention that of your podcast.
I know. Yeah, I know. We have one of them framed. I think he got it signed by somebody. It was in our old studio. I think it might be here now. We'll have to find it.
Okay. Well, before we get started with the another topic of mine, I usually do a pitch, and everyone knows it's a regular knows what's coming up here. Again, I do not get anything from pitching this. I know you play this game, or you try to play this game.
Try is the optimum word.
Yeah, I love the game Dragon Champions, and I always try to pitch it on this show. Not just if I'm not getting anything or anything. I even give away your code, Salty, to so you can get all kinds of free stuff. But this, you know all about this game, right? You have a good spiel on it. How about you take it away for me? You want to try it?
You want me to do it? You want me to do a Dragon Champions ad?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So Dragon Champions is a free-to-play mobile game that you can pick up on Apple App Store or the Google Play, and you just get to collect your heroes, guys. You get to collect them, upgrade them to whatever rating you want, and then if you really want to get deep into it, you can hang out with guys like JT on the Discord. We have a Dragons Champions chat on our Discord that is just full of crazy support. Like Kadish he's been playing it for like 10 years. So he knows all the secrets and stuff like that. So if you want to play a game and get really good at it really, really quickly, join our community, type in Salty in the promo code area, and it gives you a little bit of a boost. I wish I could play it more often myself. I made it to level 27 or something like that, and then I've been struggling to get past that just because I don't have a lot of time.
It's a grind.
But these guys, everybody that I've gotten to join up and play the game has all surpassed me in strength and levels, and they're all like doing tournaments and stuff like that now. So I'm like the little guy in the pond, just being like, "Good job, guys."
Yeah, it's a grind. It did take me a few months to get to 80. I was pretty excited once that happened, but so
yeah,
it's a fun game.
My favorite feature is the tournament feature where you get to go. Every fight is a little bit harder over and over again. And you just keep going until your whole team is wiped out and you can't fight anymore. That's my favorite thing to do. I enjoy the heck out of it.
Yeah, there's games like that. And there's like games where you can play against other people. There's games where you can do raids with your guild. That's what we normally do. So me and Broba's on that team. So
you guys are kicking butt.
So here's Beard of Litter. I don't know if you saw this. One of these days they'll acknowledge you, JT. It's okay if they don't. I'm just showing my support. That was pretty good though. Pretty good advertisement. You're on par about that one. So obviously you do it daily.
I've said it a lot of times.
Yes, this is mobile. Apple and Google. Yep. Somewhere I think Matt Vader does his daily, hourly, minutely, secondly.
Not just Matt Vader. I'm telling you, Matthew Kadish, my producer for the Slaty Nerd Podcast, he'll be sitting there while we're doing our show, and he'll be switching the cameras and monitoring the computer systems and everything like that. And then while he's doing all that, he'll have his phone on a little stand next to him, just clicking dailies on Dragon Champions and a couple other games he plays. And I'm just like, he's like an octopus. He's got like 8 arms. He's got 7 different things he's focusing on. It's wild. It's completely
wild. When I was at your house watching, or not your house, Katie's house watching House of Dragons, he was playing while we were watching.
Yeah, 100%. He never puts it down.
Well, the next segment is Cap's Freak Out, and this is if Shanti, if you're in the chat, this is where you probably want to turn away. I don't want to freak you out too much, but this is what Vader was talking about on your live stream. That I'm going to show you some freaky videos. So be prepared. Hopefully, I don't know if this will freak you out. This might cause your curiosity to go up. So
it can't be any worse than what my Instagram looks like right now. So go ahead.
All right. So you and I were watching the show. What's that show that was started really good, and the first 2 episodes, and the 3rd episode it was really horrible. We stopped watching it. What was that called? The last of something.
I don't remember. The last of the Higgins. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Well, it was based off of fungi that grew inside someone and made everybody go crazy. Yeah, did you know there was actually real stuff like that in the world?
I did. That's why I love that video game so much. The Last of Us video game is much better than the TV show. But yeah, the fungus that takes over insects and causes them to do crazy things. I love that stuff. It's
so this video here is a praying mantis, and apparently 95% of them have this weird like hair worm coming out of them when you put them in water. You have to put them in water.
You have to submerge them.
Yeah, so watch this here real quick. He's submerging them, and then people are not looking. So when he pops out, he's going to show you here on the camera. He comes over.
Oh, what?
What? Yeah, look at that thing coming out of his
butt. That's wild. That's a parasite, or is it a fungus?
It's a parasite, fungus parasite. But look how it's like.
It's moving around. Yeah, it's trying to search for
see how big that is? And that's inside that little thing.
Wow, there's more of it too. You see on the bottom of the screen, it's more over there moving around.
Yeah. Watch when it pops out of his butt. And then it's trying to like find something to like latch onto.
Oh, dude. That's wild. Nature is metal, dude. Nature is crazy.
Yeah. Look at that. Look how now you saw the praying mantis, right? And how long that was.
probably longer than the entire length of the body, but they're all shoved into the abdomen.
Yeah, like our
Wow.
intestines, right? So like, if people can get worms, right, in their intestines.
Yeah.
So yeah.
People have stuff like that too. If you eat a certain food that they don't like, they pop out of you or whatever. It's crazy, dude. Yeah, there's weird stuff out there.
Yeah. So you didn't freak out too much, but there were some people that didn't like it. But I have another video to show you a different angle of it. Would you like to see that?
Same video, just a different angle?
Well, a different bug, same bug, but a different guy videotaped it at a different angle, so you can see it that way. All right,
I love this stuff. This is fascinating.
So this was on Instagram. This guy video. So this is him. He's using pliers.
Yeah, see, he's doing it right.
He's sticking it in the water, and this one you can actually see it coming out of the water here, like us, like how it.
That's so nuts. Yeah. I want to learn about what that thing is and what it's doing.
Yeah, it's some type of this is in some other language, so I can't read it. But the other post there, I'll put it in the description later. But if you want to come back and check it out, but
that's fascinating.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I wonder what it's doing. I wonder if it's just like siphoning off the nutrients from the praying mantis or what.
I mean,
what is it about? I wonder what it is about the water. If that is water, maybe it's like salt water or something. Like, what is making him exit?
The first video said it was just basic water. Yeah, basic water. So
wow, weird.
So there's probably something in there that maybe thinks it's drowning, right? Because praying mantis don't normally go in water. Yeah. So it's probably think it's drowning. So it's probably thinking it's dying. So I'm leaving. I'm gonna go find something else to go inside. Yeah, there's oxygen. Yeah, there's other parasites that they'll like take over like an ant's brain, and they'll send that ant to another ant. You'll eat that ant, and then it's like almost like a zombie.
Those are the cordyceps. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, nature, you scary. Yeah. Yeah. Watch out. Venom. Yes, that is venom. You are right.
It does look like the symbiote. Yeah.
Yeah. It's black and yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of people freaked out. I'm sorry. Hopefully you looked away. Hopefully you didn't get too freaked out.
No, that was nothing. That was, if you guys want some serious stuff, go to Nature is Metal on Instagram. There is some
Nature is Metal. So you hear that, guys? He or Chad, he just told me to go find some more freaky stuff. So
oh no, well, you can probably pick through it and find some stuff that's all right, but most of it's probably not appropriate for YouTube.
Well, it wouldn't be the first or last time I've had something taken down. A few times I had Joker voice on, and I was playing some old 80s cartoons, and they took me down there. So
the 80s were a crazy time.
So the main topic I wanted to really kind of discuss with you tonight, and it's kind of, I guess it would be trendy, right? It was bear. So like, it's a real story, right?
Mm-hmm.
You did go see some of the movie, or have you seen the movie yet?
I will just say that I sailed the 7 seas to watch this one, and I did look up what the actual story was that it was based off of, and I'll let you. It's your show, so I'll let you do it. But
you could jump in anytime. Don't worry.
I'll just say it's anticlimactic.
Let's just say they took a TV show or almost like a short story and made a movie. Is what they really did. But it's the person behind it all and how it started is pretty fascinating. I wonder if there's some people in the chat that've seen the movie. If you have, great. If maybe you can chime in on some of the things that we're going to talk about. But basically, yeah, it's in the theaters. It's called Cocaine Bear. And Elizabeth Banks and Kerry Russell are. It's directed by Elizabeth Banks. But it's about a bear that basically eats cocaine and goes on a full rampage and murders a bunch of people in a small Georgia town, and kind of like Snakes on the Plane, but maybe not real believable. But it is a true story. And the picture that you see there on the left is the real bear. I think they call him like Pablo Escobar or something like that, which I thought was pretty funny. So that's the real stuffed bear there. But they definitely went a little extra on the movie.
They Hollywoodized it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the parachuting kingpin. So I think they do talk about this in the movie. So in like the final months of 1985, a black bear stumbled upon the duffel bag of cocaine in its Chattanooga National Forest in northern Georgia. The stash had literally been dropped out of a sky via plane piloted by this guy, Andrew Thornton. He was a Southern man. Some people called him Drew. Friends called him that. Have you heard about this guy?
Yep. Yeah, I was reading about him earlier. I don't know
Okay.
much about his history, but I did know he was smuggling cocaine into the States.
Yeah, so he used to be a narcotics police officer in Tennessee in the early 70s. Eventually earned his law degree in 76. However, he wasn't long before he turned to the other side and he got into the smuggling ring. So he was like smuggling drugs.
Yeah, money's better.
Yeah. So in 1981 in Fresno, California, Thornton was one of the more than 24 individuals indicted on 2 counts of conspiracy to import and distribute approximately 1,000 pounds of marijuana. And he pled not guilty. That's a lot. I don't know if that's a lot nowadays, but that is a lot back then. He went on in the run. He was eventually arrested as a fugitive in North Carolina for his crimes. He was fined $500 and his law license revoked, served 6 months in prison, and he was put on probation for 5 years. So yeah, he was kind of a troublemaker, right? With his law license suspended, he couldn't fall back to that career. So instead, he reportedly resumed his criminal activities upon his release from prison. Despite all of his legal troubles, it was rumored that he was a millionaire. He was a member of the Tony Miami Jockey Club. I don't even know what that is. Have you heard of that?
No,
and he even owned several racehorses. Thanks to an early stint in the Army, Thornton was a parachutist and he had a pilot's license. Both skills he would use to smuggle his drugs. So he would fly the planes back and forth, and then I guess he would skydive out with the drugs on him and then deliver them. I guess that's what happened there. I don't know if I would do that every time, but have you skydived before?
I have not. My brother was a professional skydiver and he had a bad accident, and so that kind of turned me off to the whole idea.
well, this might turn you off too. Authorities later speculated that Thor flew a twin-engine plane loaded with drugs from the South America, placing it in the autopilot somewhere along the southern-eastern U.S. so he can jump out with a parachute. The plane crashed in North Carolina mountains, and Thornton crashed in the backyard of a Knoxville home after falling at a rate of 60 to 80 miles per hour, that they said. So he jumped, something went wrong, and he just fell in someone's backyard because his parachute failed to open. And that's actually a real picture there, of him on the left when they found him. He was dead with 77 pounds of cocaine strapped to his body, along with several guns and knives. Guess he was
just ready for a fight.
Yeah, always ready for a fight. Local investigators could not immediately locate the rest of the drugs on board Thornton's plane at the time of his death, including one bag loaded with 15 million worth of the powdery stuff. So this is where that bear comes in. Like I said, Pablo Escobar found it. So yeah, I think they do show this in the movie. I think there are some people in the saying that in the chat, like someone's put on probation for 5 years, immediately smuggles pounds of cocaine. Yeah. That's why you don't pack your parachute while high on your own product. Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, can you imagine if you're like barbecuing and this dude just falls in your backyard?
I can't imagine that. I don't necessarily think it'll ever happen to me, but yeah, that'd be something. You're just in the backyard, just chilling. All of a sudden, a freaking dude, with how many pounds of cocaine? 77 pounds of cocaine, weapons, knives, and guns just falls into your backyard. I mean, what do you do? I mean, do you keep it? It's a nice gun. Maybe I'll just, just throw that one away.
Well,
I always wanted one of those.
Yeah, I know, right? You probably take a little bit. They probably won't notice, right? According to Atlanta Constitution, the bear stood about 5 feet tall, was 3 to 4 years old. He probably stumbled upon the bag in the mountains where the rest of it landed a number of weeks prior to December 20th, 1985, when the local officials found its decomposing body next to 40 ripped open packages of cocaine and torn duffel bags. So he just sniffed it. But bears, right? You camp. So like if you don't put your food out right, or you don't hang them up or something, they just do stuff.
I wonder if this thing is going to say that they when they found the bear dead. I'll let you keep going, but it's kind of funny what they found in its stomach. It doesn't really mention that too much, but the scene suggested that he obviously ate all of it, but investigators were quick to cool that maybe not. It's kind of a theory. So they looked over 2 months since it was dropped here. When they found it, it was hard. It had all the cocaine dissolved with the snow and the mountain and all that. But the bear obviously didn't eat the 75 pounds of cocaine. But the autopsy said the bear ingested just 2 or 4 grams of. So have you heard something different? Yeah, I heard something different. I heard that in the article that I read that when they cut open the bear to do the autopsy, that the sacks of the stomach was packed. It was like packed in there. So he had maybe he had swallowed one of the cases or something that it was in, one of the bricks or something like that. But they said the stomach was full. So I don't know which one's true. Maybe this one's right. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery. It's kind of embellished in a lot of places, right? So who knows? But the GBI never figured out what exactly happened to the rest of the stash. Agents suspected that someone found the rest of the cocaine, scooped it into a fresh container before running off. They had questions for an unidentified hunter who supposedly found the bear and circulated the story for weeks before the state Fish and Game employee tipped off the GBI. So maybe this guy took it all and said he ate it.
Yeah. The hunter was like, "Oh, that bear ate that whole thing."
Yeah. So if you want to visit the bear as a bear itself, it did not go on a killing spree, but it does live on, the legend. According to local lore, the coroner who performed the autopsy had the bear taxidermied and donated to the Chakanui, I can't say that, a river national recreation area. Soon after the debacle, the stuffed bear then supposedly went missing, bounced between pawn shops and the home of Waylon Jennings before landing at the Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall in Lexington. So you can visit there, and they put hats on them.
When I was reading about this and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, the bear didn't do anything. It ate the cocaine and then died." And I was like, "Well, that's lame.
Dumb."
I'm like, and then Hollywood comes in, they're like, "But what if it goes on a killing spree?" But yeah, I see Joker's voice in there. He must have seen it. He said the humor of the movie doesn't really land and the pacing is off. He's like, it's not funny enough to be a comedy, but it's not scary enough to be a horror movie. That's basically the consensus that I've seen. I watched Jeremy Johns' review of it, and he basically says the same thing. And I watched parts of it online, and I was like, yeah, it's about right. I mean, it's a fun kick. You're just looking for a goofy, kind of a goofy, fun popcorn movie to just not really care about. You'll forget about it in a weekend. Then go.
But they do this a lot, right? With stories, they kind of embellish things.
Anytime it's based on a true story, it's like, well, this one dude did this one thing one time, but then the rest of the movie is total horseshit.
So it says here, I heard he had a stomach full, but only a few grams had been actually digested, which all that was needed to give the bear a heart attack. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. This is funny. Hey, Boo Boo, how about another kilo? That's pretty funny.
Want to go get that other brick?
I did see a comment up here. Yeah, DB. It was crazy. This guy fell with 34 pounds of cocaine in my driveway. Yeah. I guess guess you could say that if you had some. But I might wait until it comes to I don't know, one of the streaming services. I'll check
Yeah.
it out. So
Yeah, it's definitely like one of those Saturday night thrown on Netflix or something type movies.
yeah, okay. This is how you say it, Chattahoochee. Okay, I could do that.
Chattahoochee.
So yeah, I mean, again, not a long story. I feel bad for the dude parachuting. He felt like he was on
You felt bad
cloud.
for the drug runner?
Yeah, he was on cloud 9, and just his stuff didn't work, and
I feel bad for the bear. Bears are cool.
you feel bad for the bear.
I do. The poor bear. I mean, it didn't murder anybody. It's not like the movie's true. Like it just found something and was like, oh, what's
Well,
this?
At least
Ate it
he's
and then
stuffed
keeled over.
and wearing hats. I mean,
He must have been freaking jazzed for at least a few minutes, though. Just like, this is awesome, just
yeah,
going for
probably.
it.
He was probably like, because have you ever? I'm sure you have a dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever given your dog like beer, and they're like, "What is that?" And
I don't think I've ever tried giving my dog beer. I might have to try that. Not
yeah, give him the light
not,
stuff. Don't give
not
him
more
the
than
heavy
once.
stuff.
Yeah.
Give him the light stuff. Like start him.
Do a Michelob Ultra or something.
Yeah. Start him with that. Then you should be good.
You don't want to do like a 9% IPA for the dog. Like, here you go.
No, don't do that to that poor puppy. So, well, the final segment, and this is kind of in the neck of the woods and bears. But this is what everyone likes, and that's the Bigfoot report. So, if you ever met Bigfoot, what would you do?
Take a very clear still photo that is unmistakable, or a video that doesn't look like this.
Well,
What's
this guy, he gives it a hug.
Oh. Just hugs it. Yeah. Hey man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Have you guys? I don't know if we talked about this last time, but did you play Red Dead Redemption, the first game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you get
Remember that?
to
You remember
find
this-
Bigfoot.
You get to find Bigfoot. Do you remember how sad that ended up being?
It was very sad. Yeah.
It's extremely sad. Man, that's kind of what I feel like Bigfoot would be like in real life. It's just
it's a
sad.
Sad. No one really believes in him, right? And he just wants to be friends with somebody, and
Yeah.
he killed all his friends and family. I mean, that's what you did, right? In the game, I think, right? You killed all the other
in the
Bigfoots.
In the game, you go and hunt all the other Bigfoots, and there's one left.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, he did give me a Bigfoot. He actually, I have to grow it.
Bigfoot turd.
Yeah, I have to actually put it in water.
Nice.
I haven't had time to actually really do it yet, but I hope to do it soon. Now he has a cousin. You know that, right? Like a skinwalker.
Is like a skinwalker, or is it?
Yeah,
Skinwalker his
skinwalkers are they're cousins of the Bigfoot.
Okay.
They're in
All
that
right, I
little
didn't know
thing.
that.
I have a video of one and how
Show me.
they trans into the skinwalker.
Show me.
Oh yeah, okay, here we go. So this guy he turns into a skinwalker. He shows you how it happens.
This is like one of those Doug Jones types. Is that it?
He has a little creepy smile.
I don't like that he smiled. That's it? That's all it was? Oh. Man, I thought he was gonna like flip upside down and like walk on his hands or something.
Oh, you thought he was gonna flip upside down? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You ever seen those videos of people that like they're like contortionists and they're skinny and weird like that, and they do like a back walk and they walk upside down. It's creepy as hell. This guy just kind of he just doesn't look like somebody you want to hang out with. That's all. It's like
No. He's like those skinwalkers on Vegas. The Strip.
I went camping in Arizona actually last couple of months ago in like November or something like that, and we happened to be in skinwalker territory, and the buddy that I went with was like trying to freak me out. He's like, I don't know, man, you hear something in the woods, could be a skinwalker. I think there's what's the little lore behind that is if you hear somebody call your name in the woods, then it's a skinwalker trying to get you to go deeper in. Is that
Yes. Mhm.
okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something. Yeah, and sometimes I'm sure you've driven the road from Vegas to I would say Wickenburg, Arizona. There's like literally nothing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
And there's a big stretch of that there where there's a few miles before the next stop of gas stations.
Mhm.
So they say sometimes if you're driving on that road at night, you could see something. You could see some things, some weird stuff.
I can see that. It's a pretty creepy area, like you said.
Yeah, that in the painted desert area, like there's just literally nothing because it goes through. I think it's the Indian reservation. Then it is a little creepy.
Mhm.
So,
I've driven
you-
through there at night. Yeah.
yeah, and it's pitch black, right?
Oh yeah, because there's no cities. Like the Wickenburg is like a hut and a McDonald's, and that's it. And yeah, if once you're outside of that little small town area, it's just nothingness, just desert darkness. It's creepy.
Yeah,
I could definitely see it. If you like crash or you have a flat tire and you're pulled over on the side of the road in that area, you're done for. Forget about it.
you just start hearing this in your head.
Yeah.
And you're out. Yeah.
You're
yeah.
done.
Well,
Yeah.
Rick is saying that we should drive up to the Utah Skinwalker Ranch.
I'm down. Let's make a trip. We'll
Okay.
videotape the whole thing. We'll do a whole like video vlog, Salty Nerd and late night Cap.
The crying and screaming like a woman and babies is the big thing. I've heard that too. Where if you're
Yeah.
a lady, you're like, "What? I gotta go save the baby," and you come across the Skinwalker.
Yeah, you're out in the woods and you hear somebody like yell like help me, like
Thanks for coming by, Dragon Buddy. It's good to see you. Have a good night, man. Yeah, there you go. So Skinwalker, shape thing, changers, different order of the cryptid altogether. Yeah. But I don't know. Like you said, like if I broke down and I did come, I'm not sure what I would do. Like I guess I would try to maybe run or fight it.
I don't know. I feel like running might be the bad move. You'd have to like huddle up in your car or something, lock the windows, lock the doors.
Is that what you would do?
Yeah, I don't think I would run because that's their territory, Like, where are you gonna go? Like, haha, he's ran out into the desert. That's where we live. He's like just going closer to their cave.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That never really works in the movies, right?
Yeah, no. I mean,
Okay.
it
Look who
always
showed
helps
up.
to, hey, what's up, Ro? It's like 2 a.m. for you. What are you doing, dude?
I know, right? Let's see. Be careful. Take a wrong turn, and you'll end up at Foreskin Walker Ranch. Really, dude? Really?
Come on, R2.
Oh my gosh. Wow, too much. Yeah, a lot of scarif in here. That's cool. Good to see you. So now we're almost here at the top of the hour. Is there anything you want to share before we sign off about what you guys are doing over there at the Salty Nerd Podcast?
Gosh, we got a lot going on. So we're exploring a lot of international film right now because most things out of Hollywood sucks, and we're extending our vision out a little bit. So we're doing some South Korean movies, and we're also doing some Indian film from Bollywood and Tollywood and stuff like that, which are putting out some pretty decent action movies. So if you're into that kind of thing, head over there and check out our channel. We're also doing classic 80s and 90s nostalgia films as well. I think this Friday is going to drop Better Off Dead, John Cusack film.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite 80s films. So that'll drop on Friday.
I like you're doing the foreign stuff. We're trying to watch some of those too over after the weekend. We got a real kick out of RRR.
Yeah.
And what was it again? Not what?
No.
What was not Beam? Not Beam.
Oh yeah. Make sure the main character's name is Beam, not Bahim. But there's an H in it for no reason at all.
The H is silent.
The H is silent, just for
international film is pretty solid. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are really good. You can miss on some, right? You did the other day.
Yeah, which one was it? Oh, the Wandering
Earth.
That movie sucked so bad. That was horrendous. Yeah, that was a Chinese film. So I think the best international films that I've experienced so far have come from exclusively South Korea and India. I haven't. There was one that came out of Norway, I think, that we did called Headhunter. That was pretty fun. But that was more like a short film. It was only like an hour long, and there wasn't.
This one sounds like a northern movie. Vikram.
Sounds cool.
Sounds like a Viking movie.
Yeah, it does.
Castaway on the Moon is a fantastic Korean film.
I've heard that. It's on my list. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we did Brahmastra, which is another Indian film.
Yeah.
After we got done with RRR, and we had a lot of fun with that too.
Okay. Well, he said it's out of India. Geek Talk says.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Okay. India is the top creator of movies, but they're not getting any recognition from Hollywood, which is really sad.
Yeah.
It's a little too bad. So, well, it's been great, man. This has been fun. I've had a great time. I'm glad you came back. I'm glad you got new digs.
Yes.
But we're gonna sign off here, and we're gonna maybe do another conversation, but you're gonna find on Rumble later on this weekend. Everyone, thanks again for showing up. Next week, I'm not quite sure who my guest is yet, but on After the Weekend, we're gonna review a movie which I haven't picked yet. So R2's gonna get mad at me, so I need to pick one pretty soon. We can watch that.
Does it have to be new, or what do you guys do?
No, we're gonna we always review like an 80s, 90s, like something we watched as a kid, back in the day.
Okay.
Do you have anything that you would want us to review?
80s and 90s. You know what? You should do Robin Williams with Hook, because they just dropped that new Peter Pan trailer that looked terrible.
Trendy.
So, yeah, it's trendy, but Hook is so freaking good. You can't say no.
It is. It is. You know what? I'm going to announce it right here and now. We're going to do Hook.
Sweet.
On Monday.
Okay.
There you go. R2, there. You have, Hook. You have the movie. So anyone in the chat, you can.
I got a hooky.
Yeah, there you go. And I like Rufio. He's always my
Rufio's
favorite.
amazing. What was their tagline that they said whenever it was I think they just said his name, right? They just chanted his name.
Rufio. Yeah. Looky, I got hooky. Yeah.
That was a good
stuff.
one. Yep.
Yeah. And the food fight.
The food fight is iconic, dude. Those insults that they were.
I had a VHS, and I'm pretty sure I killed it. How many times I watched it?
Yeah. So that's Bangarang. That's what it was. Bangarang. Thank you.
Bangarang. Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Bangarang. Rufio. Yes, sir. Go watch that movie. Just because they dropped that trailer for that Peter Pan movie, that it looks awful. So everybody has to know that there's a better one out there.
Yeah, and it's a sequel too. It's not a remake. It's a sequel.
Sequel to what? Oh, a sequel to the actual Peter Pan story?
Oh. Yeah.
Out of here.
Well, before we sign off, I do want to say thanks again for being my 300th subscriber.
Of course, man. Happy
and we're gonna get one more cap dance for that. So there you go. And everyone, I'll see you next Wednesday night. And it's been great. So I will talk to you all later. See ya. Wait, there you go.